Welcome, my friends. Welcome to Father Talk, TOK. So it's good to be with you. I'd like to share with you a little bit today about the color of our vestments during Advent. Now, to understand it, I'm going to back up a little bit and just remind everybody that for most of the year, during what we call ordinary time, 34 weeks, we wear green. But that's important because it has related to this time of year. Green is a symbol of hope. And the reason why green is a symbol of hope is because in cold climates where there's a lot of snow and all the trees and flowers die in the winter, the one tree that lives is the evergreen. It is always green, forever green. And in fact, we chop them down and bring them into our homes and call them a Christmas tree. So green is a color of hope, and we use it through most of the year because studying the life and ministry of Jesus Christ gives us hope. But when it comes to Advent, we change colors, and we change to violet. Now, there's a difference between violet and purple. Both violet and purple are a mixture of red and blue, but purple has more red and violet more blue. Many priests like to save purple for Lent because at the end of Lent, Jesus sheds his blood for us. And so purple with more red in it. So let me give you an example. This chasuble is in purple with more red. And this chasuble is violet with more blue. So Lent, purple, more red. Violet, Advent, this time of year, more blue. Again, we like to save purple for Lent because the more red, it points us to appreciate Jesus shedding his blood for us. But violet, why violet? Why this dark color this time of year? Well, the reason is because this is the color of this time of year. Stop and think about it. Whoops, I'm losing things here. We have short days. We don't have a lot of daylight. We have a lot of nighttime, however. And this is the color of night. Night is not pitch black. There's colors of stars and moons and the planets in the sky. And also, this is the color that if we close our eyes, this is the color we see. Because when we close our eyes, it's not totally black, but there's little bubbles of blue and purple and other little colors floating around. So this is a color for the short days, the long nights, but also a color for thinking. Because often when we close our eyes, we do it to think. What am I going to do today? So it's a time, our color of reflection, to think about our lives. Also, sometimes people call this royal purple, and we're waiting for the birth of the King, Jesus Christ. Also, others realize that this mixture of red and blue with more blue in it honors our Blessed Mother, who's expecting the Christ child. So it's a very powerful and beautiful color for Advent, and it really celebrates just exactly what's going on around us in nature, as well as in our spirituality. It's a great color for Advent. It's a color of reflection, of thinking, of examining our lives, a color of waiting, a color of hope, and a color of waiting for light, for longer days. And indeed, the shortest day of the year, the least sunlight and the most nighttime is December 22nd. And soon after that, we have the birth of Christ. Now, in the Bible, in English, we talk about the birth of Christ. But in Spanish, it doesn't say Mary gave birth. It says, Maria dio la luz. Mary gave the light. This chasuble, oh dear, I'm dropping everything off my hangers today, boys and girls, my friends. This chasuble, which is also the dark color of Advent, but it has a theme of light in it. The theme of light coming to rip open the darkness and show us clearly the way to God, the way to heaven, the way to God the Father. So you can see that in this beautiful chasuble the theme of light coming to rip open the darkness of this season of the year, this time of year. Very symbolic and powerful representation of the birth of Christ. Maria dio la luz. Mary gave the light. The vestments and colors we use all year long are important, and they all tell a story. But sometimes we forget the story or we get too busy to think about it. But it's a very beautiful story and a very powerful one. And it speaks to what's going on around us in nature as well as what should be going on in our hearts and in our souls. So my friends, happy Advent, and soon I pray you and your families will have a very Merry Christmas. Our love and prayers from all of the priests at Sacred Heart Parish. God bless you all. Happy Advent, my friends.